when a lot of people are in a defiance, considering the world and its fruit in many fashions. There is livestock sacrifice. There is all of the idle world conflict that is placed in it. There is the covenants that are associated with it in whatever worms or microscopic backstabbings have made images for themselves in the manner of an eye, and whom which had made the covenants, known as the Odin eye, the eye of Odin, and his two brothers that were said to be a form of magnetism that put this sphere or this world together with the others realms, with the other realms established in understanding life and afterlife and death and after death and heaven after it all, where it all began. The defiance in what is considered to be Adam and Eve, or man and woman in a property with the many children, wise to win the spirits, or wise to win the microscopic organisms, the little fairy and fruits of nature, mostly said as the wine of her wrath, or the music of a man's soul at the tree of golden apples with the three sisters, Hesperides, Aegle, and Eurythris, as a one self with the eye, a understanding of the Lord of the Rings and the ultimate holder of the ring, the extreme most true wisdom known to man is of both good, bad, and ugly, and able to be triumphant over all things, considering God is all things in several aspects. In a white rider as a wheel, in a red rider as a wheel, in a black rider as a wheel, and in a pale rider as a wheel, and all of them like-minded in one favored by an archangel, reborn in Jesus Christ as the pale rider, or son of men, being born into this world through the belly of a woman, a false hermaphrodite, in retrospect to the real hermaphrodite, born naturally heavy or reborn into this world after a beating, after the law had taken the reins by the bit and bridle, and the man of a certain statue resembling Odin, Orion, Jesus, or Beowulf, or one of the great lords and kings in a like-mindedness or lifestyle or living, or even scars in representation. But in that many terms of understanding God, there's only one will that is the steering of the ship, being that it can enter into heaven. It has no how is the word? It has no driver in heaven, but in the flesh, it has many counsels in hell, or in HELHEIM, where the watchers of the earth live, versus the watchers of hell, or hell's heaven, where the clouds or I call the Gulf of Mexico, that Lord of Lord, King of Kings Hercules had fought. And it appears in some literatures that Hesperus is a Isis military, and in the world is ISIL with a puppeteer. So an Isis and ISIL military, and the Lord of Lord, King of Kings is at the throne with Hesperus, is my idea, while Paul, living in this world with the penis fish and his money in the church with whatever idol, adultery, murder, whoremongering, or seek, kill, or destroy purposes, or any immersed ideas of plunging into one's life as a stalker or a seeker or a killer or a destroyer, to what is most known as a really intellectual person for their intellectual properties, and thefts of a branch of a tree by casting that branch from a family seed, by dividing the household from a family seed into the streets where truth falls, used for its grave. The star that falls into the streets used for its grave, or one of the clouds drop down with wisdom as the resentments of truth live in all exaltations of the vile in a court system, all exaltations of the vile in a stripper's club system, all exaltations of the vile in a military system, all exaltations of the vile in households that have been covered in darkness by them who seek our lust. The women that we've been with, and the militaries that have covered those women up in darkness, a part of your holy mountain, and everybody has one. We're all born from a species that is a part of the Holy Ghost. It is a part of the Trinity. It is a part of the penis fish rod in the Trinity with Artaxerxes. It is a part of the earthworm rod with St. Matthew, reborn in Jesus Christ, as the father, King David Wiglaf, king of all 12 tribes, had favored Jesus Christ to be his only son, while St. Matthew is in arms with the brother Solomon. Yin and yang, brothers in arms. But we all are a part of the Trinity in some manner. Even St. Matthew, who is said to be the true hermaphrodite of nature, or the ark. It says Noah has a undertaking of building an ark, and maybe from the same seed of David or Abram, and what takes place on earth also happens in heaven. And hell, there are three realm ideas of living and dying, and after living and after dying, and the complete understanding of life in itself, and that aspect is in that ark. So one who is of wisdom at the understanding of it is stalked or tested and trialed by Isis, believed to be Hercules or Heracles or Paul, ISIL, with the penis fish Artaxerxes in the church with all his money. The only way to overcome any of those vile exaltations over our lust when they find our women is to expose it, even unto the cross Jesus Christ, when jealousy is the farthest thing from your heart, but exalted upon all of your hearts.